sailing through my mind. I hate this feeling, please grab my heart. Thinking all the time, my ghosts around me, I'm ready to fight. I'll never see the sun, don't expect too much, I have to lie. I'll never lose this part of me, it always comes back, I'm blown apart.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are in the beautiful Tenerife and we're going to visit Teide. Teide is the third biggest volcano in the world, and using that occasion we are going to test out this brand new minimalistic vlogging setup. This is a Zhiyun Crane M2 and the Sony ZV1, and we're gonna test how good it is for the everyday vlogging. Hi guys, we are on the way to Teide. Today I want to compare Sony ZV1 and Zhiyun Crane M2, because in the previous episode I told you about the mobile vlogging setup, and this one it's a good comparison, because Sony ZV1 it's a very small compact camera and it costs around £700. The Zhiyun Crane M2 is a very small gimbal and it costs around £200, so altogether they cost around £900, which is less than the cost of an iPhone, because iPhone 12 Pro with 256 gigabytes of storage, it's around £1,100. So it's a good alternative to vlogging with smartphone. The upsides of vlogging with ZV1 is that you have the flip out screen. You have the ergonomics of the camera, which is way more convenient than the phone. It's still very small and very lightweight. And you have a larger sensor, because it has the 1-inch sensor, which is bigger than any sensor you have in your smartphone. Because of that, you're going to get a better low light performance, and also a slightly more pleasing aesthetics, more blurry background and stuff. You have a zoom lens, so that's convenient as well. Obviously in the iPhone you have 3 different fixed focal lenses, but having a zoom lens can be quite convenient for your vlogging. The downsides on the other hand can be that the Sony ZV1 doesn't have 4K 60 frames per second. It goes up to 4K 30 frames per second. You can have a slow motion in the 1080p. I believe it's up to 120 FPS. That's gonna be a big advantage of the smartphone, because majority of the modern smartphones like iPhones and Samsung phones, they have 4K 60 FPS, and 4K 60 FPS is very convenient, because when you shoot B-roll, when you shoot in 4K 60 and you export everything in 24 FPS, then you can have around 40% slow motion. So every time you make any shots, any B-roll shots like nice close-ups and shots on your gimbal, every little imperfection, every little bad movement can be smoothed out with that. I would be so happy if they released a Mark II version with 4K 60 frames per second, because that, in my opinion, would make Sony ZV1 the perfect camera, the perfect small vlogging camera. Hi guys, okay, so we reached the destination. We are at the Teide volcano right now and we're gonna take the cable car up there. That's gonna be a little bit scary, but exciting as well. I'm a little bit car sick because of the hard turns, but I should be fine. I switched to the ZV1 right now. I'm vlogging with the built-in microphone to check the quality of the microphone, and let's see how it looks and how it sounds. We're at the top now. I hope that the video will show you how beautiful this place is, but it's difficult to describe the words, to be honest. Hi guys, welcome back. We just came back home. The trip was fantastic. I couldn't film anymore because both of my camera and my phone was dead, and my power bank wasn't charging fast enough to charge them on time, so I didn't manage to shoot as much as I wanted, but I'm pretty happy with the results. In terms of the differences between the Sony ZV1 and the mobile phone for your everyday vlogging setup, definitely when I get back to London I need to make more complicated tests. I will do some side-by-side shots to make it a bit more precise. Today it was just a loose, relaxed kind of testing, not very scientific, but my first thoughts are I really want to stick with the mobile phone for my everyday vlogging setup, probably iPhone 12 Pro. Sony ZV1, it's a great camera, I really like it, especially because of that larger sensor, and the quality is a little better than mobile phone. However, for me personally, smartphone is a little bit more convenient than this miniature camera in more I don't want to say extreme situation, because it wasn't extreme, but when you are in the mountains and you have some backpack, some other stuff to take care of, you want the camera to be as small as possible, and smartphone is pretty small. One thing that I wanted to point out is that when you shoot with the mobile phone, if it's iPhone or Samsung, you get this feature which is called Smart HDR. So basically there is some computer photography, computer videography going on in the camera that gives you wider dynamic range. You don't have it in the Sony ZV1. In order to maximize my dynamic range, I would have to shoot in flat color gammas like Cine 4 or S-Log2 or maybe HLG3, but this time I didn't want to play with any picture profiles. I wanted to shoot everything on auto because that's what you do with your mobile phone. So I wanted to see the direct comparison between the mobile phone and the ZV1 camera when you use it completely automatically without any know-how, without any knowledge. However, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna be using Sony ZV1 because it's a great camera. Like for instance, now I'm shooting my talking sequence with the ZV1. I will definitely be using it every single time I want this extra edge of quality with still very lightweight mobile device somewhere on the go. But when I'm actually in motion, when I'm hiking, when I'm doing some sightseeing, maybe there is sand all over the place, because that's another thing. Like in the Sony ZV1 you have this zoom lens that is extending, so you don't want that lens to be covered in sand. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for today. As you can see, the weather is quite nice and it's around 5 p.m. at the moment, so I have at least 1 hour of sunlight left. So I'm gonna go and take a swim and see you in the next one.